Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of the Reef Life with myself, Dutch Reefer. So it's been a while again and I have been busy. I've been doing quite a lot of work on both my tanks. I've been upgrading it a bit. I've got some big upgrades planned. So I wanted to take the opportunity to talk you through those. And at the end of the video there will be a small announcement of something cool that I'm working on. So let's start off with the big tank and we'll get to the small nano tank in this second half of the video. So as you can see, the tank has cleared up quite a bit. I'm also quite happy with the way it turned out. Yeah, it's been just a lot of cleaning. So I've been adding a little bit of lanthane chloride again, which helps me to reduce my PO4. And I've been doing a bit of water changes to get out the nutrients and to get everything back to normal. I've also added some corals. As you might see, this Hypnophora, which was previously in my nano tank. It grew out of the nano tank, so I've decided to add it to the big tank. And for example, this chalice, which was also in the nano tank, which was also getting too large for the nano tank, also moved this to the big tank, so it gets a little bit more colorful as well. As you can see, even this side, which is normally considered to be the back side of the aquarium, is also starting to look pretty cool. I've gotten rid of a lot of the cyanoalgae already that was on the bottom of the sandbed. There's still some left. But I've got something planned for that as well, which I'll come to in a minute. So overall, I think the tank is looking better than it did before. As you can see, some of the nicer corals like these Ricordea, which are orange, and these Rhodoctis, which are red, are also looking better. Even the soft corals are doing a lot better than before. So overall, the tank is getting back into good health, which I can really appreciate. Yeah, of course, it's a nice hobby, but if things keep going sideways for too long, then you need some change. So getting on to change, let's get to the other side of the tank again. I'm going to change quite a lot of things in the next few weeks. So the biggest change of all will be the lights. So as you know or can see, I've had these Giesemann Aurora for quite a couple of years now. It was on my previous tank as well. I think all in all, I've had it for over 4 years. And it's been doing very well ever since. But of course, lighting technology keeps improving. So I've also decided to upgrade my lights. And I've decided to get some new red sea lights. So the Reef LED 160S, which is actually the latest version, which is suitable for big tanks. I've ordered 3 of those, including a pendant with which I can hang it on the roof, like this one. So that should arrive in a week or maybe 2. And I'm really excited for those, since they produce some great light. And they are also very adjustable. And are supposed to have a great spectrum for both the coral and the fish to be extra beautiful, even more beautiful than they already are at this moment. The one thing I'm gonna miss, of course, is the nice even lighting of the T5 bulbs. I think it's hard to replicate that. As you can see, there's little to no shimmer in this tank right now. There's a bit. I think here it shows best in the shade. But that's just a very tiny amount of shimmer compared to what you will see with LED lights. So I'm very curious how the overall look of the tank will be without T5 bulbs. But we'll see. Time for an upgrade. A little bit more energy efficient as well, which is of course very important in these times where gas prices and electricity prices are going up. And the overall focus and attention on energy saving is more important than ever. So yeah, really looking forward to that upgrade, and I'll show you as soon as I've installed them properly, and I can give you some educated opinion on them. So the second thing I'm going to change is these gyre pumps. These have been doing very well for quite a while. These Maxspect gyres, these are the XF250s. and these will be upgraded to XF350s, so it's just a 1 series upgrade using the new controller. And yeah, very curious about the new flow, since the 350s have a bit of a different shape. There will be a flat spot on the top. I think I have to place them a little higher as well, and they will create possibly an even better flow than these already do. So yeah, also looking forward to that. And I think with that, the new lights and the new flow combined, the tank will look even better in the future. So I hope you're also looking forward to this. I know I am. And let's move on to the small tank, after I've given you a quick run by of the fish to show that they're they're doing well, alive and well. There's the blue tang. As you can see, it's pretty fat, which is always nice to see your fish in good health. 3 of the tangs, now there's 4. And the Avansi. These 3 Avansi are still, Anthias are still, I've had these for a very long time as well, and they just keep on doing very well. Just feeding 1 time every day, but they have adapted to that, and as you can see, they're doing great, and they're swimming together in a small group. And I hope they will continue to do so for a very long time. So let's move on to the Nano Reef in the second part of this video. So there we are, the second part of this video, where I will give you a small update on the Nano Reef. Actually, the Nano Reef has been doing quite well as well, as you can see. The colors are really looking well. The new Maxspect light is really doing its miracles here. It's the Maxspect Jump L165 Blue, which, as you can see, can produce quite a nice spectrum, showing off the colors of these corals in an amazing way. Growth has also been good. I have been manually adding ATI Essentials Pro, and yeah, that has been working really well. Just checking my KH and Ca, calcium and alkalinity with the HANA checkers every few weeks, every month, to keep it in check. And well, this tank has been using a lot of elements to because it's also growing at a pretty fast rate, which of course very nice for such a small reef with such a high density of corals. And yeah, so I'll be doing a full review on the Maxspect LED blue, the blue L165 blue, in a couple of weeks as well. I've been using it for about 2 to 3 months now, and I can give well, at least some insights on how it performs. But overall, sneak preview, it's doing very well. So I've added some new corals to the tank as well. That's the main thing I wanted to show you. Other than that, there's not too much that has changed, other than that the corals have grown. So I think this mini Scolimia was already here last time. It was just in a different location. Then I've added some Wilsonis, a Lobophilia, which is actually, I think, one of the nicest corals that I've bought in quite a while. As you can see, it's orange and the heart is pink, and I don't think I've ever seen that before in a coral. You might have if you're into special corals or specialty exclusive corals, but for me it was a new one, so really glad I got that one. Also this Bauerbanki, which is an Acanthostrea, a larger piece of Acanthostrea, which I'm also very happy with. It looks really nice with the red edges and the blue inside. It's a really cool one. And this Chalice, which is actually light blue, which is also something that I hadn't seen in quite a while, with a bit of orange. So all in all, got some pretty decent stuff, well, for quite normal prices actually. As you know, online these prices can get really silly, but anything under €100 for these kind of corals, I think is a good deal. And some small frags of Blastomussa, which I've recently acquired yesterday. One of these two is for myself, and one of them is for a fellow reefer, who is starting a reef in a couple of weeks. So these are really nice. And of course, these 4 Trachyphilia, which are nicely placed together and also looking their part, green and blue combined. And of course, a small update on the huge Cataphilia Jardinei, which is actually an elegance coral, and it's just humongous. I'm not sure how else to describe it. It's the skeleton is just about this big, and well, looks like it's having a really great time, and that has been for the past few months. Of course, also these clownfish are still hosting this coral, this frog spawn, I think is the English term. Yeah, and then overall, everything has been growing at a decent pace. The Zoanthus, which you've seen before if you've watched my previous videos, are doing pretty well. A piece of this new piece of pink Stylophora is also new. It's a bit hard to get it in focus. It's always nice to keep one of those. And yeah, overall, everything doing well, and really pleased with how this tank is shaping up to be. I'm happy to have this in my living room. Of course, always thinking about upgrading it maybe one day, but for now this is perfect. I'm not adding too much more stuff, just letting it grow, and yeah, enjoying this one.